And at a young age, you cannot be wrong for asking questions because people expect you to be dumb. They expect you to know nothing, right?
Exactly.
Yes, don't be shy. Like you would think you're old enough, but you're not old enough. Okay? Ask all the questions. I don't care how dumb it sounds. Ask it. If there's an opportunity and you want to, and you're thinking about doing it, do it. I'm ready. Talk to me. What's going on? What's your name? Where you call it? Where are you meeting from?
Okay, my name is Paris Oluwafemi Biflan, but on
You're
Facebook I use
Nigerian?
Holy Ginger. No, I was born in Cameroon and after a Nigerian guy.
That's a Nigerian name, Oluwafemi. And
Oluwafemi
if you know,
Chiji,
it's
okay?
a Yoruba name.
Yeah, Yoruba. God love.
Or it means God loves.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Nice to meet you, bro. You say which part of where you from?
I'm from Broadway District 17. Around the Hood Africa, sir.
Around South Africa. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So, okay, man, you say you wanted to ask me a couple questions. I mean, I kind of read your
yeah, yeah,
questions a
yeah.
little bit, but just for the people who didn't read the message, just tell me your
Okay.
question again.
I've been following you for let's say a couple of months. From the moment you open this your page,
Mm-hmm.
the Mr. Man, the minute that time you open it, there's a guy that invited me there, calling
Mm-hmm.
Aloysius, one of my former classmates.
Aloysius, okay.
So I've been following your page and I've been observing few other stuff, your movement with people, your encouragement. So it brought me to ask three questions. I have a lot of questions, but I'll ask in the three. Yeah. So yeah. So my first question, I don't know if you're ready for my question.
Yeah, yeah.
So the first question will be like, uh, what are some what are some of the things you did at age 17 to 19 to build yourself emotionally, mentally, and socially? What are some of the things you did?
Okay. My question, the question very compact. I mean, at age 17, I was still in Liberia. I was not really thinking, just like most 17-year-olds,
Okay.
I was not thinking about, my life ahead of time. I was just like living in the moment, just doing things. However, I was in church. I was in
Oh,
the
yeah,
I was in the choir.
yeah, I'm getting.
Yeah, I was doing things like that.
Yes, yes, I'm getting.
Yeah, but I came to the United States when I turned 17. When I was almost 18 when I came here. So it's like when I got to the US, some type of switch just flipped in my head, right? I started thinking about all of like the moment I got to America, my mind just started going. It just started going, right? My first week in America, I tried to learn Spanish. I tried to apply to college. Oh, I think it's a network.
You're saying
Sorry.
something? Yeah, I'm getting you now.
Yeah, I was like, even though I was not ready for
Okay.
college, I was just like, I just wanted success, right? And that started for me at 17. When after I got to the United States, that's when it started for me, right? But even that time, I was not really thinking about much. I just wanted to do what everybody else was doing, right? I was in high school. I was about to graduate high school soon. So there was one girl who she was already in the military, ready and getting ready force. When you want to join the military and you're still in high school, you can join. It's called a delay entry program. They can train you until you can graduate high school. Then you can go to the military. So I joined that like 3 months before I graduated.
Yeah.
It's just like my mind was just, you know, I just happened to make some good decisions at the right time, right? It's not because I was thinking about it too much or stuff like that. All I know is that I wanted success, and at a young age, you can't. It's just very hard to fail if you just try everything, right? Because even if you try and you fail, you still have time in your favor. That's the biggest thing you have as a young person is time, right? So I had
Yeah.
time. I had time in my favor, so I didn't care. My friends were going to college. I decided to go to the military. You know, even though when I got to the military, I was thinking, I'm like, is this the right decision that I made? Is this really the right decision? But I told myself that, well, you're gonna be here for 4 years, So you might as well you might as well embrace it and go with it, right? So that's what I was doing. Um,
Wow.
you just know that no matter where your friends are going, no matter what other people around you are doing, that does not mean that you have to do it. You know, you still should build your own path. If your path happens to align with everybody else's path, then you do it, right? But don't just do it because other people are doing it, right?
Okay.
I would say that's the main thing you should take from that whole story. Because even when I came, usually when you come from Africa to the United States and you're already in 12th grade, you have to do 11th grade again before you go to 12th grade because they want you to do 2 years of American history, 2 years of science in America, 2 years of math, all of those things. But I didn't do that, you know, just because it's some type of standard, quote unquote, does not mean that that's what you must do. Ask all the questions, and at a young age, you cannot be wrong for asking questions because people expect you to be dumb. They expect you to know nothing, right?
Exactly.
Yes, don't be shy. Like you would think you're old enough, but you're not old enough. Okay? Ask all the questions. I don't care how dumb it sounds. Ask it. If there's an opportunity and you want to and you're thinking about doing it, do it. Because people expect you to know nothing and you have time in your favor. So, no matter what I tell you, because your life is not my life is not your life, right? But
Okay.
this will benefit you everywhere, whether America, whether Liberia. People expect you to be dumb, so ask all the questions and don't be afraid to try new things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. So my second question was like two info. The first one would be like, what are some of the things that Okay, let me break it down so other people can understand. Other people that will be watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Two info. Number two. What are some of the things that broke you while trying your best to be successful? What are some of the things that frustrated you? And what are some of the things that kept you moving forward? The first one is what are some of the things that broke, what are some of the things that make you frustrated, like you almost gave up, like giving reason that there's no need to keep on trying. And what are some of the things that make you to move forward, like to keep on pushing more?
Yeah,
That's my second question.
I don't think I ever got to the point of giving up.
Okay.
In anything I've done, I don't think I've ever got to the point of giving up. And I don't think it's because my mindset is so strong. It can happen to anyone, right? But just like maybe it's my personality, maybe it's just the way I think. It's like if I fail at something, my immediate reaction is to think about the next step, right?
Okay.
What is the next step? What can I do now to make to take care of this situation and move forward, right? To
Okay.
move forward. So, and something I think about to make me go forward is the fact that I have siblings, right? I have little brothers. And I'm the oldest male. My sister is older than all of us, right? I think about if I fail now, right? And
Yeah.
I see them looking at me. If I
Yeah.
fail, that means it's okay for them to fail, right? And I don't want them to think it's okay for them to fail. So I want to set a good standard so that they can follow through, so that they know that it's possible, because as I said before, if I fail and I just leave it, that means it's okay. And I don't want it to be okay, right?
Okay.
When I went to the military training in the beginning, I didn't know how to swim. And if you can't swim, you can't pass the military training. You must learn how to swim. I had never been in a pool before in my whole life. And the first thing they would do is they would just throw you in the water and say swim. Well, they won't throw you in the water, like not literally throw you in the water, but like they will make you get in the water, and then they will say swim from this end of the pool to the next end of the pool. Your feet shouldn't touch the ground, right? So I couldn't do that. So I failed the swimming qualification.
Wow.
But and I thought about that. I'm like, I can't let this obstacle to make it so that I go back home, right? It's maybe I'm afraid of failure because of shame. I don't want to go home.
Wow.
Like everybody in my hometown knew that I went to the military training. If it just see me around again, they will know that I failed it. And I don't want that shame, right? That's another reason, right?
Exactly.
I don't want that shame. So that I have brothers, and I'm afraid of shame, right? So I'm like, no,
Okay.
I must pass the thing. And within 1 week of learning how to swim, I passed it. I passed both the
Wow.
beginning swimming section, and then they can push you from the high dive in the water. And then you gotta stay on top for maybe 5 minutes, and then you have to
Okay.
swim from there on the other side again. I did all of that within 1 week time of failing. I passed it. So
Wow.
I guess to answer the question, I have not really gotten to a point where I felt like giving up. But maybe the reason why I didn't give up was because of all of these things. I don't want to be shamed, and I have people looking up to me.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
yeah,
So my last question, right? Okay, my last question. You said that you are a librarian, right?
yeah.
So now, as a librarian, what is one of the advice that you would give to the youth of Labrador that are trying our best to become successful in the next 10 years? Like majority of us are trying our best, but in times we see, some reason like some of us are going through depression, right? Some of us
Mm-hmm.
are going through family issue and all that stuff that sometimes we feel like giving up. Sometimes we feel like nobody cares at all. Sometimes we feel like we just have people around because of what they are getting from us, our little boy. As a librarian that is out there, making his way through, making your way through to see how best one or two things will be possible tomorrow. You bring pride to your family and that of your country, Liberia. My question here is that what is one of the advice you would give to the youth of Liberia or to people watching around? What is one of the strongest advice that you would give to them that will keep them motivated, that will keep them moving forward?
So I guess there's two things. Like it depends if you are going to stay in Liberia or if you're going to travel, right? But
Okay.
one thing I want everybody to know, I even talked about this with my other friends before who were making a video together, but I ended up not posting the video because I lost the video file. Okay.
Okay.
So your success does not depend on external factors. Like it does not depend on you traveling to America. It does not
Yeah.
depend on somebody opening doors for you. It does not depend on any of those things. Like
Okay.
you can become successful in Liberia, you can become successful in America. It just might be easier to do it in America. But if you're gonna be waiting for America before you can try, then you'll never become successful. Right?
Okay.
Like the things we talked about before. Um about not following peer pressure. Just because everybody is doing a certain thing does not mean you should do it. Just because everybody graduated high school and went to college does not mean you got to go to college too. Okay, how should you do it? You graduated high school. You ask yourself, where do I want to end up in the future? Okay, if that end requires you to go to college as a first step, then you go to college, right?
Okay.
But you also have to be realistic about it. How many people did you see working in a particular area that you want to work who went to college and became successful? If you don't see people going to college and becoming successful in that thing that you want to do, maybe you shouldn't do it. Even though it's a passion, it might not be the reality for your present day success, right?
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
I believe in following your passion only if it matches with the present day successful people, right? Like success. If I was following my passion 100%, I would be probably like teaching music in a high school or something like that, because I like music. I play instruments. I would just do instrument. I'll just do like music forever. but I went to school for healthcare, right? I'm gonna be a nurse. So
They end up being in the military.
yes, you see, so the military was my stepping stone to college, because
Okay.
there was no way I was gonna be able to pay for college. You see,
Wow.
so because after the military, they paid my college 100%, right? So what makes sense for your current day success is what you should do. You shouldn't be doing it because you see other people doing it, or because you are passionate about it. You know, I think I lost my train of thought a little bit, but your success doesn't depend on you traveling to America. You can become successful in Liberia if you have the right mindset, and a part of the right mindset is not following peer pressure and doing things that make sense for your current day. Ask questions, as I said before. When you are young, people think you are dumb. There's a
Yeah.
certain age that you will reach to that certain questions don't make sense, because you should know this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a certain
Yeah.
age
Yeah.
that yeah, and there's a certain age that you reach to that if you want to go to college, it seems it seems crazy for you to be in college at that age, right? Even though
Exactly.
learning
Yeah.
can even though learning can happen at whatever age. If you see somebody who's 45 and is a freshman in college,
Oh, you know
you will
it.
be looking at them, right? And also, that 45-year-old could have been providing for the family, could have been doing so many things at that time. I don't know what they were doing that led them to go to college at 45. But at that age, you should at least be able to be in your career and be providing for your family, right? That's not the time to.
Yeah.
I would just say one more thing. I think one more thing is the youth. The youth should know that the young age is an asset. As a young
Okay.
person, you're supposed to be broke. Okay, you're supposed to.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to have money. If you want a girlfriend and she wants you to have money, then she wants the wrong person, because you're not supposed to have money.
Exactly.
If no girl wants you because you are broke, then don't have a girl, because you are broke and you're supposed to be broke at a young age, because that's the time you're supposed to
Okay.
be taking to push yourself forward. That's the time you're supposed to be taking to learn skills. If you follow making money at a young age, then you are not going to build a build enough skills so that you can be more successful later on, right? If you make money now, you will keep making small money later, for the rest of your life. But if you pause making money now and focus on personal development, focus on learning skills. I didn't say book. I said skills. Sometimes you learn skills by learning book,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
but sometimes you learn skills by practicing skills. Okay, if you have to work
Exactly.
if you have to work
Yeah.
with people who are building houses, work with them, learn from them. If you have to help somebody, like, prepare papers, help them. But the whole time you are learning skills. You focus on learning skills so that later on you can make more money than the people who are focusing on making money at a young age. Yeah. So I know
Exactly.
it's not a
Wow.
everything I said was not a very, like, coherent, because I didn't prepare any notes, right? So it's like
No, no.
points here, points there.
Yeah.
But if you put it all together, it makes some sense.
Yeah. I wish, like, next time we'll have another time to do something like this. I will send you my question on time,
Mm-hmm.
because trust me, I said there are a lot of questions that I have. But for now, I'll ask you. I know if you can permit me, let me get one bonus. Like, let me get full. Then
You,
we
you
end
can
this.
you can
Let me
say
get
you
bonus.
can say I have all day. I have all day.
Okay.
I'm not
So
rushing.
let's say, okay. Uh, like I said earlier, I've observed your case, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now, in the next 2 years to come, or in the next 1 year, 6 months to come, what are some of the things you expect? What are some of the things we should expect from your page? We have been following you, we have been, going through a lot of the stuff. Like, trust me, that is me. Whenever I meet people like this, or whenever I'm come across, people like this, my focus is not about money or taking picture of them. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people know me about that. Always ask questions like, to learn from them. I believe in, building this relationship or friendship
Mm-hmm.
and learning from them. I don't, people believe me for that one. So now I'm asking, in the next 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, what are some of the things we should expect from your page? What are some of the things you expect from you? Like I learned earlier, you are planning on doing, a day for giveaway, a day for interview, a day for, just learning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw something like that before. So that's some of the things we should, expect from you in the next 1 year, 6 months, or if possible, 2 years.
Yeah, I really want to do things like this to educate people because like I build the page mainly for helping people, right? And I realized that because I also know some things that people want to know. I've had so many experiences. Even at my age, I've had a lot of experiences, right? And there's a lot of things that even when I'm talking to friends, talking to people I meet, they're like,
Okay.
how do you know this? How do you know that? Because I have so many friends of so many different ages, right? From 60 all the way down to 20. I have friends in those age brackets. Okay. So I've talked to so many educated people. I've talked to so many wise people, and I've done many things myself, right? So I realized that helping people doesn't doesn't always mean money, right? Because
Exactly.
whenever
Yeah.
something like the page mainly it's just for me. It's to express myself. It's to do things that I want to do. But I realized that
Okay.
whenever I post something educational, I get a lot of good feedback. I got a lot of people who want to come talk to me like this and learn. So I want to do more of
Yeah.
this. I want to do more of this. But I also want to like
Send them money.
you got me?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yeah, I also want to talk about like young people
Mm-hmm.
coming together, like marriage kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because these days a lot of the young people they head not in the right place when it comes to relationship, when it comes to marriage. I think we get it wrong a lot, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't think about relationship in the best way. So
Exactly.
whenever my wife joins me in America, I want she and I to actually take it to relationship style content. It's not like comedy or anything like that. It's like showing showing that this thing actually works and more people should do it, right? So I
Okay.
want to get into content like that. So like I will be happy to talk to people like you to to, to, to tell you some of the things I've done. We can learn together and also encourage young people to be serious about dating and getting married.
Okay. That
Yeah.
will be okay. And a lot of people will benefit. A lot of people will benefit from it because from what I've observed also, a lot of us are waiting to have somebody like to tutor us, right? To
Mm-hmm.
teach us some of the steps that we should use in a sense moving forward. But we doesn't have a lot of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
We only have people that will come, give us two couple of words, give us two couple of words, in the name of doing giveaway, in the name of doing other things. But actually, we need something like this. So
Yeah.
majority of us don't understand. Majority of us don't really understand why things are moving like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really good talking to you, bro. Like I think your head is in the right place, and if you keep asking the good questions, you'll definitely become successful. You'll
The
definitely become
trust is
successful.
I'll just tell you I'm going to plan a lot of questions whenever you are free that I will. I just want to take my time and really down, I have a lot of questions. Like I love the idea when I started asking the question yesterday. You told me it'll be good when a lot of people learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it will be good. A lot of people learn from it, and definitely I believe that a lot of people will learn from this. A lot of
Definitely.
people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that access in asking this question, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact you just open, I've been thinking a way to get to this question. Immediately I saw the WhatsApp group chat. I said this is a complete
Good time.
opportunity. So immediately I opened the WhatsApp group chat. The first thing I did was to send you direct message. That was the
Mm-hmm.
first thing I did. And I was hoping that we're gonna reply my message. And in less
Yeah.
than 5 minutes, you replied.
Yeah, I'm usually
Yeah, thank you for
I'm always on my phone. If someone texts me and I don't reply because I ignore it, basically, it's but if I see a good question, like if you just text me and say hi, how are you, and I don't know you, I'm not gonna reply, right? Because I don't have time to say hi, how are
yeah,
you, I'm fine, what's up, and then you ask me a question. But if you just go straight into it and it's important, I'll most likely reply. You know,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.